Good afternoon. It is January 4th, 2023, and today we just had a range day. Let's see if we hit this. Yeah, it looks like that's about it. So we hit a measured move of the midline to the highs. Uh, really just a range day. Pretty high volume compared to the past few weeks. So let's take a look at these. I don't think I missed anything, but we'll see. Okay, this is so if you were in early today, you get this failure right here after the breakout pullback. I looked at that as a range, but you don't know where it's going to bounce, and it could bounce right there. So not a great entry. I don't like the entry, how far away from the EMA the entry is either. And then it reverses. So we break out to the low side, and then we break out to the high side, and then it goes pretty much sideways. So I took this failure right here, first entry, failed second entry, after we get a break of this channel and a move to a new high, and a break of this yellow channel and a move to a new high. But I mean, I had my range drawn, so I don't think it was a good idea. And you can see it's just forming congestion. That's a lot of bars stacked up. True doji right there, true doji right here. So just not a good entry. And then we're just chopping sideways. I think this is confirmation of this channel right here. But we haven't made it back to the highs. So I don't really like anything in here to go long on. And then this is too congestive, and it just looks like, yeah, it looks congestive, and this is a convincing break to me. So anyway, you get the more convincing break, and you get a reversal up to a new high. So maybe you take this one. Typically, I don't really like reversals when one swing is on the other side of the EMA. And then after it makes a new high, it rockets down. And then you get a break, a couple legs down to a new low. And here we get this leg up. I don't see anything in there. This kind of looks like a reversal, but this one doesn't tick lower, so you can't take that. And this is just sideways. I don't think there's any way to know what's going on. Yeah, this looks like a failed breakout, and it technically is a second entry short. So plenty of room back to the EMA. Looks like it's, oh, whoops. Looks like it's low risk. 52. Yeah, so it's less than a 2-point signal bar, so you're probably risking two points. So you might consider that. We get confirmation, little break here, and then it moves up to a new high. But this larger channel just keeps going, so this isn't much of a convincing break. And then we form this yellow channel. We get this huge leg up, and you get a couple of lower highs. But it's congested. But I mean, I like these entries. But you can see it didn't even get back to the EMA, so you want to be careful. It's aggressive. The signal bar is not great either. And we come up here, just a first entry, but failed breakout. And then it breaks out higher with trend, fails, breaks out counter trend, fails, and just shoots on up. And then we get this two-legged pullback, and you could even argue that we're like expecting a new high on this channel. So two-legged pull-up, technically you have a first tick higher, second tick higher here, but that looks like two legs back and a really good bullish signal bar there. So I like that, especially because it confirms the yellow channel. And you can see a lot of people like that one. And then we form this spike and channel, but I'm just going to delete that just because the chart's getting busy. And we form this congestion up here, very choppy, very congested. You could see this congestion right about here. You can see that's 6 bars overlapping. We're just chopping around, then we break out to the low side. You get a first entry, failed second entry long, but that doesn't touch the EMA, so maybe it's a bit risky. but you can see a lot of people liked it. And it breaks below the overnight highs before bouncing and coming higher. So I don't think you want to take this higher low. Back to the EMA, but perhaps you consider that. Because we didn't get a new low in place here. Anyway, we got a break of this channel, move to a new high. First entry failed, second entry, but some news item came in and looks like it attempted a new low here, failed. And then it makes a new high, and then you get this sharp move down, a break but no move to a new low, reverses. I don't like this reversal just because you have this swing here and you're going into the overnight highs, and you can see there was some resistance up there, and we're just going back and forth. But you do get, looks like a triple bottom, first entry, second entry, and then a lower high and a double test of that price level with room back to the EMA, so I marked that one, although it's congested. We get a move, break down here, move to a new low, and then it just starts reversing. And I don't like much of this. We're just kind of ranging with an upward bias. And then it goes higher here. You get a second entry and a lower high with plenty of room back to the EMA, and this looks to me like, well, yeah. So it kind of looks, I mean, that's the problem here, is we didn't get a new high, but it kind of looks like this is a channel up and a move to a new high, but so I mean, maybe you get another leg up to a new high. Bit risky. And then this looks like a double top, first entry, second entry with a double test. So maybe you consider that one, but looks too sideways to me, and we got the overshoot of this flatter channel. So I think you're better off waiting. And this one I was looking at as like maybe a failure, but it's so sideways, and technically you get a tick higher here. So I think you just want to be patient. So that's what I saw today. About 20 minutes left till market close, so maybe we'll keep trending down, but that's how I saw it, and I'll be back tomorrow.